Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Friday edition of Thoroughbred Action here from beautiful Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett joining you right outside the Yard House. Always a good soundtrack going on there. And, of course, the walking ring here at GP. 11 races on the show tonight. We send it on up for much more. Here's track announcer Pete Aiello.
11 races on the Friday program in South Florida, a carryover in the Rainbow Six of more than $1 million, an Astronic 5 offering with a pool that closed at over $250,000. We kick it off on the turf at 5 furlongs. Maiden claimers in for $20,000. Scratch number 9, Hasta La Bye Bye. Roberto Alvarado Jr. rides the 2, Eagle Marsh. First race favorite was number 8, Wildcat Blast. Racing at Gulfstream. From the outside, Wildcat blasts out of there to try to get over from the high draw, and it looks like he'll do it with very little problem. Toward the inside, he's incredible, now moves to be second from Art's Table, and very amusing third and fourth. Wahoo Wah is next toward the rail ahead of Supery Dupery, then Wall of Stone, and Eagle Marsh, the newcomer, is last of all as they swing to the far turn. All the late money on Wildcat Blast clicks down to 2-5 and maintains a comfortable lead of a length and a quarter. Art's Table is second. Toward the inside, he's incredible third. Very amusing is fourth with Wahoo Wah held up between horses. Supery Dupery begins to look for racing room as they move past the quarter-mile mark. With the advantage, it's still Wildcat Blast, and Irad Ortiz Jr. turning for home on top by 2. Wahoo Wah gets into the clear to try to launch an attack, and he's doing just that. Eighth of a mile to go. Wildcat Blast set down now to try to finish the job. Wahoo Wah is second and well clear of the others, but the favorite's a winner. Wildcat Blast and Irad Ortiz Jr. 2 on top. Wahoo Wah second, well clear of Supery Dupery third. Then he's incredible at Art's Table. Number 8, Wildcat Blast, makes his second start a winning one as he gets the job done with the hopes of the public under Irad Ortiz Jr. for trainer Carlos David and owner Rodrigo Cunha. Second, number 1, Wahoo Wah, ahead of number 7, Supery Dupery, who ran third. We go now to the second race, the start of the early pick 4, 6 furlongs the journey. Claimers in for $12,500. Scratch number 3, Rangers Coming. Favorites were 5, Zippy Willie, and 6, Dunk. And they're off. From the center, Juan and Bina begins well, so does Dunk, and so does the running KC two-step. Also with them is Zippy Willie. 4 of the 5 line up here. That's good news for All Golden, who will have a pace to chase with 5 furlongs left to go. Now backing out of the duel is Juan and Bina. Reyes will sit fourth with him. Advantage to Zippy Willie. KC two-step keeps the pressure on toward the rail, and Dunk is 3 wide. Juan and Bina backed off and will now have a chance to re-rally, and 4 in front of All Golden. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter speed, so even though the pace was contested, it wasn't all that fast. And here's Dunk bidding up outside of Zippy Willie for the lead. KC two-step just tapped on the brakes and lost third to a re-rallying Juan and Bina, and the trailer is still All Golden. Less than a quarter of a mile now to go as Dunk is now gone to the front. Zippy Willie is second. Toward the outside, Juan and Bina third, then KC two-step and All Golden. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Dunk with the advantage. Zippy Willie back for more. Zippy Willie on the inside. Dunk on the outside with an eighth of a mile to go. Mirage gets serious on Dunk. He tries to hold firm. Zippy Willie is all in and just can't make any ground on Dunk. Dunk on the board at 2-1. He's a winner, and winner easy, 2.5 to clear. Second was Zippy Willie. Third was Juan and Bina in 1:12 and 3. Second choice in the wagering, Dunk gets the job done here in today's second race under jockey Tony Mirage for Aubrey Mirage and Monica Williams. Second, number 5, Zippy Willie, and third was the 4, Juan and Bina. We'll be right back.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hardacre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hardacre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, start with Hardacre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
We're back now for the third race of the afternoon. The third race was an allowance race for 3-year-old fillies at 1 mile. We had a field of 5. All the attention on number 3, Graceful Princess. And they're off. Beautiful. Beautiful start for Graceful Princess. She broke smoothly and right to the front. Toward the inside, Secret Czar has some speed. Also away on the top flight is Horologist. At the back, Western Curl and Bella Ciao. Out of the chute and onto the main track. Some respect being shown for the favorite, Graceful Princess. She's allowed to settle in up front. Horologist with some token pace pressure on the outside second. Secret Czar at the inside is third, followed by Bella Ciao and Western Curl. Opening quarter complete. It goes to Graceful Princess, and she went 24 seconds flat, leading the way by a half a length. Horologist is still second. Secret Czar is still third. Bella Ciao on the outside fourth, and Western Curl is last. Separated by 2.5 lengths in the run past the 5/8. It's Graceful Princess in front to half a length. Bravo keeps the pressure on with Horologist second. Secret Czar and Bella Ciao in stride third and fourth, and Western Curl begins to move from the back. She's drawn within a length and a half of the lead behind a 47 2/2 mile. There's 3 furlongs left to go, and Graceful Princess has the lead. Horologist within a neck of the lead now second. Back to third and Secret Czar with Western Curl. Bella Ciao out wide. Horologist giving Graceful Princess a big threat here with a 1/4 mile left to go. Horologist on the outside. Gaffleon needs to get serious on this big favorite. Graceful Princess toward the inside. After 3/4 and 1:12 they turn for home, and Horologist has made the lead. 1/8 of a mile to go. Horologist now has the lead by a length. Bella Ciao on the outside. Graceful Princess on the inside. She was taken off guard by that blitz from Horologist, and that might have worked. Horologist has the lead, and it did work. Horologist and Bravo in front. Bella Ciao second. Graceful Princess third. Western Curl fourth, and then Secret Czar in 1:37 4. Number 3, Graceful Princess, upended as an odds-on favorite in today's third race. The win goes to the 5, Horologist, and credit Joe Bravo for being aggressive. It certainly paid off as the daughter of Gemologist got first run on the favorite for John Massa and Thursday Chance Stable. 4, Bella Ciao got up for second. Let's go now to the 4th race at 6 furlongs. Maiden claimers in for $50,000. We had a field of 7 that went postward. Favorites included 4, Jalen Journey, and 5, Keeping the Peace. And they're off. From the inside, Frankie Apps blasts away to take the lead from Lennox, who comes away to race in second. Up on the outside, Flagey Braves, Jalen Journey between horses, then back to Keeping the Peace. He races ahead of Dino 309, and last of the 7 is All About the Beach. They speed to the half-mile point, and with the advantage, Frankie Apps, but only narrowly. Jalen Journey is second, Flagey Braves a 3-wide third. Keeping the Peace will have to go 4 wide on the far turn run. Lennox is losing his pitch. He's now passed inside by Dino 309, and still far back to All About the Beach. 22 3 for the opening quarter speed. 5 furlongs or 5/16 of a mile to go, and there's Keeping the Peace with a sharp move on the outside to challenge for the lead. Jalen Journey kicked on with it, and now he has a neck on top. They put away a retreating Frankie Apps. Dino 309 yet to play his cards. He's third, tacking on after a 46-second half mile. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Jalen Journey has repelled the challenge from Keeping the Peace and moves away by 3. Up on the outside, Dino 309 tries to get into second, but this is all about Jalen Journey. Jalen Journey comes ready to roll off the layoff and will power clear to a 5-length win. Dino 309 is second, Keeping the Peace third. Lennox finished fourth in 1:10 2. Number 4, Jalen Journey, comes back ready to roll for the new connections of Kathleen O'Connell, Commonwealth Stable, the winning owners of this son of with distinction, and Luis Saez was on board for what ended up being an armchair ride. Second, number 3, Dino 309, and third was number 5, Keeping the Peace. Let's go now to the 5th race and move to the turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for $35,000. A field of 7 signed on. The favorite was the 1, Mo Maverick. And they're off. Toughest Hombre bobbled at the start and is second last to begin. From the rail, Mo Maverick is first to begin and goes looking for a clear advantage from Benefactor and Wake Me Up at Noon. Now Toughest Hombre is put into position toward the rail. In the 2 path, it's Golden Spear. Blue Harbor's wide but moving forward, and at the back is Basha. Around the first turn they go. 3 horses across the course here. Widest of all is Blue Harbor. Toward the rail, Mo Maverick. In between and a bit keen is Benefactor. Toughest Hombre is at the rail in 4th for Jose Ortiz, followed by Wake Me Up at Noon. Golden Spear reined back second last, and 4 to the trailer, Basha. 23 4 for the opening quarter speed. Down the backstretch they go. Mo Maverick putting up the numbers with a neck advantage. On the outside, Blue Harbor is there second. Toughest Hombre is sequestered at the rail third. Wake Me Up at Noon is on his outside. From between horses, it's Benefactor. 3 back to Golden Spear, and 5 to the trailer, Basha. Opening half mile was 46 and 4 as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. 3 furlongs left to go. With the advantage, Mo Maverick at even money. From the outside, Blue Harbor within the next second. From the outside, Wake Me Up at Noon is now third. Benefactor is fourth. Whip Out on Toughest Hombre trying to keep up with Golden Spear getting started on the outside as they run to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 110 and 2, and they wheel for home. Far outside, Golden Spear launching his attack to get to the leader. Mo Maverick, who is in front. Mo Maverick tackled by Golden Spear on the outside. Golden Spear going 2 to the 1 of Mo Maverick. Golden Spear is up for the lead, and Golden Spear will win it going away. Mo Maverick second, Wake Me Up at Noon third, and Basha for fourth in 134 flat. Number 1, Mo Maverick had a clear lead off the top of the turn, but number 4, Golden Spear, proved too much in the stretch drive, getting up for an easy score in the end under Irad Ortiz Jr., for trainer Bobby DeBona and owner Robert Murray. Second, number 1, Mo Maverick, and third was number 7, Wake Me Up at Noon. Time for a commercial timeout. We'll be right back with the Rainbow Six. Don't go away.
And Go Zipper is pulling away. Go Zipper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Go Zipper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. Start of today's Rainbow Six. The pool closed at over $1.4 million. Maiden claimers around 2 turns on turf at about 7.5 furlong. A field of 8 signed on. The favorite was the 2, Noble Maria. And they're off. From the rail, Derby Day Jewel gets the first call with Sonoma Storm being sent for position up between horses. She fled the scene into the top flight. She'll land third. Tweety Kitten on the outside is now fourth. Then back at the inside goes Noble Maria. The gray Swapino is racing at the back of the field on her outside Rags Pauline to her inside Maybell as they round that first turn. With the advantage, Derby Day Jewel off the lead now by 3. Sonoma Storm is second. She fled the scene on the outside third. Back to fourth and out a bit wide is Tweety Kitten. Next at the rail goes Maybell ahead of Noble Maria. The favorite is in the 3 path now under Sias. Swapino, the gray, is on hold while lacking a clear racing path here. Wide at the back is Rags Pauline. She's very wide on the course as they go half a mile from home. With the advantage, it's Derby Day Jewel and Jaramillo by a length and a quarter. She fled the scene second. Tweety Kitten on the outside third. Sonoma Storm is next. Swapino has made it through between horses, and out wide is Noble Maria. Rags Pauline has covered an awful lot of ground. She's still about 5 or 6 deep, and Maybell is last. They move past the opening half mile in 48 and 3 as they run to the top of the stretch. Derby Day Jewel at a big number turns first with the lead. Noble Maria to the attack now second. She fled the scene as third. Swapino fourth. Final eighth of a mile. Noble Maria getting some ground on Derby Day Jewel, who is responding gamely. Derby Day Jewel with the lead. Noble Maria's out of time. Derby Day Jewel at 25 to 1. She went all the way. Noble Maria was second. Third was She Fled the Scene, and then Maybell at 130 and 1. Favorite has to settle for second here as jockey Luis Sias could not motivate Noble Maria to get by a bomber. Number 1, Derby Day Jewel makes her second starter winning one at better than 25 to 1 under Misael Jaramillo for trainer Tom Bush in the Silomar stable. Second 2, Noble Maria, and third was the 6, She Fled the Scene. We go now to the 7th race of the afternoon, leadoff leg of the late pick 5. Today's 7th race at 6 furlongs. Claimers in for $6,250. Scratch number 6, who cares? Tony Mirage rides the 5, Drink in My Hand. The favorite was the 4, Pachanga Party. And they're off. From the outside, that's Bocati who wins the start. Pachanga Party has speed. Drink in My Hand moves to be second, and at the inside, it's Padilla third. Back to fourth, Bocati, then down inside, Strong Composition ahead of Brookside, and Forest Gator is last. Down the backstretch they go. It's Pachanga Party with the lead of a half a length. Drink in My Hand is on the outside second. Back to third and Padilla. So the 3 favorites have moved clear. Back to fourth and Bocati, then Strong Composition ahead of Brookside, and Forest Gator is last. 23 seconds for the opening quarter speed. They move around the far turn. Pachanga Party and Luca Panici in front at the 3 furlong point. They lead by a neck. Up on the outside, Drinking My Hand, the nearest pursuer second. Padilla third while losing a bit of ground to these top two. Working 4 ahead of Bocati as they move to the top of the stretch. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Toward the inside, Pachanga Party to the outside and Drinking My Hand. Drinking My Hand puts a neck on top. Back to third, Padilla, then Bocati fourth as they swing for home. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. Tony Mirage asks the veteran Drinking My Hand to kick for home, and he's put away Pachanga Party with Padilla on the outside. To the wire, Drinking My Hand. He's 5-2, and he'll win it on the barn change by 3 in the end. Second, Padilla. Third, Bocati. Pachanga Party fades to be fourth in 1:11-2.
Number 5, Drinking My Hand, makes the barn change, and that's just what the doctor ordered. And he gets the job done in nice fashion under Tony Mirage. Tony gets his second winner today. This one for owner-trainer Tino Attard, who claimed the son of Giant Gizmo last time, got dividends right off the bat. 2, Padilla, the old pro, second, ahead of the 8, Bocati, who ran third. We go now to the 8th race of the afternoon, start of the late pick 4 and a mile and a 16th on turf. Claimers in for a $16,000 price tag. Rider change on 6, Dixie Princess to Luis Saez. Scratch the 3 and 4. The favorite was the 5, Windjammer.
They're off. Slow to go was Shanghai Dreams. Quick to go was Play That Tone, who heads off for the early lead. Starship Gussie has speed. Mother Whale is away at the inside to take third. Dixie Princess is on from fourth. Back to fifth is Windjammer, and settling in last is Shanghai Dreams. Past the wire the first time. Long shot Play That Tone. Nick Juarez with the advantage. They lead the race a length and a quarter. Starship Gussie a bit keen while angling to the outside. Motherwell is at the inside. 3 wide is Dixie Princess, then Windjammer, and Shanghai Dreams is last. 23-2 for the opening quarter as they round the clubhouse turn. And with the advantage, it's Long Shot Play That Tone a length and a half. Second, Starship Gussie. Third is Motherwell. Fourth is Dixie Princess. Sequestered fifth at this stage is Windjammer, and Shanghai Dreams is still last. Into the backstretch they go. No change in the plot. The leader remains Play That Tone by a length. Starship Gussie on the outside second. Motherwell is at the rail third. Followed fourth by Dixie Princess, trying to keep Windjammer bottled up. And 2 to the trailer, Shanghai Dreams. 48-4 for the opening half mile inside half a mile from home. With the advantage, it's Play That Tone from Starship Gussie second. Motherwell will need some place to go. She's traveled well into the race from third. Fourth and out wide is Dixie Princess. Then it's Windjammer, still patiently handled as Shanghai Dreams gets started on the outside. She'll have to swing 4 or 5 deep as they run to the top of the stretch. 3 quarters, 1:13-2. They fan across the course here. With the advantage, it's now, here's Windjammer let loose. Shanghai Dreams down the center is going to be a challenge from second, but Windjammer gets the jump. Windjammer by a length and a half. Second to Shanghai Dreams. Motherwell never got through. She'll have to settle for third, but to the wire, it's the favorite, Windjammer, in front. Shanghai Dreams is second, very close for third. Starship Gussie photos with Motherwell in 1:42-1.
Number 5, Windjammer, had all kinds of trouble in about her last 3 races. Here today, she finally got a clear path, and once she got a clear path, she powered to victory under Tyler Gaffleone for Denny Gargan and owners Antonacci Racing and Corms Racing. 7, Shanghai Dreams, circled from last and got up for second, well clear of the 2, Starship Gussie, who ran third. Go now to the 9th race of the day, start of the late pick 3, claimers at 7 furlongs, in for $35,000. A field of 7, the favorite was the 2, Booby Trap.
And they're off. From the center, Rayo My King begins well. Moving up on the outside is Nairobi. From between horses, Steady Earner. At the rail, Yodelehi, who wants to be part of the pace as they link up with the main course. Nairobi has an early tussle with Yodelehi, who from between horses and Steady Earner. Back at the inside, and Rayo My King from 4th, back to 5th, CS Goya. Then Booby Trap, and the trailer is She Love Me. They speed down the backstretch. Yodelehi, who, bidding for 2 in a row, leads the race by a length and a quarter. Nairobi is second, Steady Earner is third, parked at the paint fourth is Rayo My King. Then C, Escoya, moving up in between horses, and now starting to get a rally going is Booby Trap, and the trailer still She Love Me, and the leader is still Yodelehi, who rounds the far turn, widening on a 2-length lead. Racing from second, that's Nairobi. Up on the outside, Booby Trap gets started, and Booby Trap comes alive now as he's up into second and going after the leader as they make their way to the final quarter of a mile. Steady Earner is back for more inside. He just took over third. That's all for Nairobi. From the back and trying to get something together as She Loved Me as they turn for home. Here's Booby Trap up on the outside of Yodelehihu for the top. Steady Earner is next, then CS Goya and Rayo My King. Eighth to go. Booby Trap now moves to a 3-length lead. Yodelehihu is back to second. Steady Earner is back to third, and that appears the way they'll finish as Booby Trap kicks away. Booby Trap 6-5 and 3 on top. Yodelehihu's second, third was Steady Earner, and fourth was Rayo My King.
Number 2, Booby Trap makes short work of the 9th race competition, winning right back for the new connections of Safi Joseph Jr. and Frank Calabrese. Ron Ortiz Jr. on board for the winning ride. Number 1, Yodelehihu was second ahead of the 5 Steady Earner, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. The late Daily Double comes your way right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Back now for race number 10 on the program. Maiden claimers in for a $20,000 price tag. Go 1 mile and an eighth. Scratch number 9, Hot Traffic, a field of 8. Favorites were 4, Just Kitten You, and 5, Go Poke the Bear.
And they're off. Much quicker beginning for Fine Spirit. He was one of the first to begin today. Moving up down at the inside, that's Fortune Nickel. He's also much closer than usual. Outside Invalid Exchange comes away into the top flight, and Ron Ortiz Jr. has taken Fine Spirit on hold here to race behind the top 2, both long shots up front. Then back to Gunner ahead of Just Kitten You. Go Poke the Bear is going to be 3 wide. Knocked by the C's in the 2-path, and trailing the field early, Tracy with a Y. Around the first turn they go. Danush Suki and the son of Fort Larned, Fortune Nickel, on top by 2.5. Second is Valid Exchange. Fine Spirit is third. Just Kitten You parked at the inside fourth, followed by Tracy with a Y. Out wide on the course goes Go Poke the Bear. Gunner's between horses, and so is Knocked by the Sea as they bend into the backstretch. They go now down the backstretch with about 5 furlongs left to get. Fortune Nickel has the lead. On the outside, it's Valid Exchange from second. Fine Spirit a 3 wide third. Just Kitten You is down at the inside from fourth. Then Tracy with a Y, Knocked by the Sea, Gunner, and Go Poke the Bear. They're 4 across the course through a 50.5 mile at the back of the field. Inside half a mile from home, the advantage still belongs to Fortune Nickel. Valid Exchange is second. Fine Spirit has traveled well into the race today. He's third while trying to get a rally going. Down inside, it's Just Kitten You, followed out wide by Go Poke the Bear. Then Tracy with a Y and Knocked by the Sea, and Gunner drops out last. 60-1 long shot. Fortune Nickel still has to be reeled in. He turns for home on top. Here's Fine Spirit with his bid on the outside. Go Poke the Bear, now 3 wide and let go by Sias. Then Just Kitten You as they straighten for home. It's Fine Spirit who has the lead. Go Poke the Bear taking his shot on the outside. These two kick on. Late run from Knocked by the Sea, then Fortune Nickel. Go Poke the Bear on the outside for a narrow lead. Fine Spirit cannot stay with Go Poke the Bear. Go Poke the Bear gets the job done for Pletcher and Sias. Fine Spirit with a good try second, 151-1.
Tight finish to today's 10th race, but number 5, Go Poke the Bear, has a good enough kick to get the money under jockey Luis Sias for trainer Todd Pletcher in the Rapoli stable. 6, Fine Spirit ran a really good race, responded to the class drop in the blinkers, and he won't be a maiden long ahead of the 4, Just Kitten You, who completes the formful try. 11th and final race, the final live race of the day on turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for $16,000. Scratch the 2, Ode to the Hunt. Field of 11, favorite was the 1, Affluential.
And runners away. Affluential got a smooth beginning from the rail, but he wants no part of the early lead. Tide of the Desert does and marches on to take over. Up on the outside, that slot receiver into the top flight, and Affluential will land a bit closer than usual. Wants to stay out of traffic, I would imagine, as Marshaletti is a bit wide on the course. Then back inside goes Sent from Heaven with Brandt on his outside. Back to the outside and Arpanella. Saving ground is Moscow, racing ahead of the team of 2 Stormy and Tagore. They're last of the main body. In fact, they're last of all as they round the first turn. 24 4-4 for the opening quarter speed. Tide of the Desert putting up the numbers, a length and a half better than second running Slot Receiver. Third out wide is the comebacker Marshalletti. Fourth at the rail is Affluential. Back to fifth is Stormy Forecast, racing ahead of Sent from Heaven. Arpanella is 3 wide. Brant is between horses. Then Mosca ahead of Tagore, and 2 Stormy is last. 49-2 for an opening half mile, inside half a mile to go. Tide of the Desert's been left alone up front and leads by a length and a quarter. Slot Receiver is second, Marshalletti is third. Affluential fourth at the inside, about 5 lengths off the lead. Arpanella set down driving already by Vasquez, 3 wide and on a move. From between horses and Stormy Forecast as they run to the top of the stretch. There's a quarter of a mile left to get with the advantage. Tide of the Desert. Affluential wants off the inside and he weaves into the clear. That'll send Arpanella widest, and Marshalletti is still right there with Slot Receiver. 1/8 of a mile to go. It's still Tide of the Desert in front. Stand side Arpanella. Room for Affluential. Marshalletti, Slot Receiver. They're swarming in here on the inside, and coming on to take it is Slot Receiver. Slot Receiver gets the money. Marshalletti was second, I think, over Tide of the Desert with Arpanella at 137 flat.
Number 1, Affluential just got out-kicked, and it was a wall of horses vying for the win here. The win goes to the 11th, Slot Receiver. Luis Saez gets the victory, giving him his 3rd winner of the afternoon. Murat Sancal, the winning trainer, Seb 7th, winning owner. Number 12, Marshalletti, off the extended vacation, was ready to roll and just missed while second, ahead of the 10, Tide of the Desert, who ran 3rd. 6, Arpanella gets a slice like he usually does and completes the super. Plenty of winners in the Rainbow Six today. Saturday's carryover, more than $1.1 million.
And that's it, a Friday, March the 8th, and a beautiful day here at GP in the books. That sets us up for a marathon Baker's Dozen type weekend. 13 here tomorrow afternoon on Saturday. And don't forget, Saturday night, to push your clocks 1 hour ahead. Got a 13 race card on Sunday as well. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.